Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and today we're going to talk about symmetry and screening panos. And I hope you're taking panos on all your 7-year-old patients. This is pretty much standard of care to either take them yourself and screen or to refer every 7-year-old patient to an orthodontist for screening to see if they need treatment. Obviously, you're looking at pathology and eruption lanes and things like that. And if you don't really know what I'm talking about, you should definitely check out all of our content on our YouTube channel in our Phase 1 playlist, which is free. I think I have over a couple hundred videos in there, as well as we have a Phase 1 course, which is really low budget. It's about less than $500, I think, for 13 CE units. It's on demand, digital. So check that out. You can find that on our website, Straightsmile Solutions. But now I'm going to specifically not just talk about why you take a pano. That's obvious. I have tons of content on that, and you guys know about that. I'm going to talk about symmetry. And this is a patient of mine, and I apologize. Some of the quality is not the best. But, you know, that's you never know at the time that you're going to be making content on it. But just an example, hopefully you can see what I'm seeing. But, you know, at age 7, we take a screening pano, and we're looking for eruption lanes, you know, and making sure all the teeth are there, and hopefully the teeth that are supposed to come in are not super tipped. If they are, we might do something. Hopefully if they're all stacked on top of each other, then they could be transposed, or they're just clearly crowded. If canines are really wonky and angled and tipped, then they're probably palatal impacted. So you can see, hopefully on this side, I'm going to use ortho terms, but this is the 5, the 4, the 3, okay? The premolar, the canine. That's nice. I mean, it's a little constricted here, but at least that's vertical, right? And you can see they're all not quite enough space like you do on the bottom, but it's decent. Now, kind of hard to see on this side. There's just a big blobby mess. Big mess. You can't even differentiate the 2 premolars from each other. The canine is up there. It doesn't have enough eruption lane. This is just a big mess. So when you see symmetry, I mean, unless you know that it's clearly like the teeth on this side are all bigger and like maybe there was an issue with your pano, but clearly there's no distortion on this pano. The only weird part is this blobbiness compared to that. This does not look like that, right? And then the other little weird thing is this. I noticed this was kind of veering off distally as opposed to that. So those are the 2 things I flagged. I believe at this time we went ahead and did phase 1 treatment. We did expansion and tried to do a 2x4. And then you can see at age 10, clearly there is some issues. It was partial transposition, plus there was actually a bony, it turns out later, there was a bony defect here, which we didn't know about till we took a CBCT. We never were able to upright this. It was impossible. We tried because of the bony defect. But this was indeed crazy impacted. Even after, you know, doing the expansion and everything, sometimes these things happen. And then there's our friend on the bottom. Look at him. Remember, I said that something might be up with that? Well, look at that. That one's vertical. That one's not. And still a problem at age 11, right? I think eventually that did come out. And we did do an exposure. It was so palatal, like way in the middle of the mouth, that we were able to do the exposure actually with Invisalign, which was, I don't recommend that, by the way, and buttons. I would never do that again. But I wanted to try it because I heard one course at a summit where they talked about it. About this time we figured out that we did have a bony defect. So number 10 or upper left 2 was actually extracted. Boo, so sad. This is now erupted. It is being aligned, and there's a tiny little space here because this is a peg anyways. And she'll get a Maryland bridge, and then she'll get a tiny little implant later. But all is going out well, and no braces. So just wanted to show you again the importance of symmetry in a screening pano. So once you see it, you can't unsee it. A lot of you are not looking at symmetry, so take the time to look. Whenever you see something strange, see if you see something strange on the other side. And if it isn't, it's probably a problem. All right, thanks.